Hello, everybody, and welcome to Keeping It Local. I'm Jamie Ferguson, and I'm with Katie Brumley tonight, and we are coming on here to show you a little bit of something new that we've started. Some of you guys have already been able to take advantage of it, but some of you haven't heard of it yet. So we're here to show you kind of what's going on, a little bit about how Keeping It Local started. We got to watching a lot of posts being put online about recommendations to use someone. And so we decided to start a little podcast show. We allowed people to come in, and we still allow people to come in and do 15-minute videos with us live, answer questions that people ask from the audience. Obviously, we're live. And it kind of let people get into the industry a little bit more about your Keeping It Local people. That's the whole idea behind it. If we can just keep all people shopping right here locally between Newcastle and Tuttle and Bridge Creek and Blanchard for this area, it helps the community. It puts the tax dollars back in to the community. So it helps us tremendously. If we take our money and we run to Oklahoma City, and we all do it occasionally, but they benefit from our tax dollars. So it helps if we can shop locally. And I do mean locally for everything, for your gas, your groceries, for any kind of carpentry or flowers or what have you. We have a lot of businesses in this area that can help you out, and they're really good people. So if you haven't seen any of those shows, go back to the YouTube site and you'll be able to see that. And I believe, Katie, can we also see that on the Ferguson Roof Keeping It Local site?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can go either place, look up some past videos. If you would like to have a video, get in contact with us. And that's kind of what we're going to cover here, but we got something brand new that we want to show you. Katie has been working hard on this, and we've got a brand new website out that will allow you to put your business on it. And I'll try to explain this the best I can, but it's a location where people can go and they can actually put in the directory, and it will pull up 1 to 3 businesses of every category that we put in it. So it's an opportunity to put your business on in one place for the people to go to look. If I'm saying it right, Katie.
Yeah, that's
Katie's
basically it. Yeah.
she's the brains behind this, so she has got it set up for us. Now, what we're going to do for you, as far as how we're going to get this out, that's kind of a big thing right now. We have got that set up for you. And a little bit later in this show, we'll show you what we're going to do, or tell you what we're going to do to help get the news out to all the people around all this community. So my next person here is Katie Brumley. She has been putting this all together. She's working hard on this day and night to get everything going. So I'm going to turn this over to Katie, and she's going to tell you a little bit about the business directory.
All right. So the way that the business directory is set up is we have categories and then we have subcategories. So our categories may consist of things like construction and home repair, legal and finance, food and dining. You get the picture. And then in those categories, we will have subcategories. So, for example, under construction and home repair, those will look like demolition, electrician, HVAC, painter, roofer. So within those subcategories, that is where we will have 1 to 3 businesses, depending on the industry and what makes sense. And then if you were to have your business in the directory, it will look something like kind of like a business card advertisement that I will create. And it can even have your picture on it, or picture of the owners, the family, whatever you'd like on the front. And then a couple of sentences about your business, and then a link to, or a button to, anywhere you would like for us to send the customers. So we can send them to maybe your own website, or if you have a Facebook page, or a direct contact line like a phone number or an email, whatever you'd like. So that's kind of what that would look like. And then other than that, I mean, speaking of like the 1 to 3 businesses, I mean, there is limited availability, and I'll let you go into that, kind of why we decided about keeping it 1 to 3 businesses and the importance behind that.
Right. Guys, she's done one actually as a demo for us, and they're really super nice to be able to put that right in front of somebody in advertisement. It's a very nice, let's call it a billboard look page. And like she can put, I guess they call them hyperlinks. If you have videos or something, she can take it right straight to a video, a commercial you've shot, or just you getting online and inviting people to your website or inviting them out for any kind of a demo or a look or what have you got in the business so they can actually see that. We started off, we was going to open it up to just about anybody that could come in, but we decided that would be a little bit much and overwhelming for people. So we have changed it and we're going to do 1 to 3 businesses depending on the business. And I try to be as fair about this as I can. We will send out some information to you if you ask for these things. You'll be able to fill out a questionnaire, get it all sent in. There are some things that we look for to make sure that we are keeping it local. Nothing against all the surrounding towns, and we will be moving to other towns. But for right now, we're opening it up in this little bit of community, and we will just expand it from here. So if you have a business, say in Mustang or Yukon, El Reno, Pauls Valley, Purcell, doesn't matter. We will be opening up in those areas too as soon as we get this one put on, which should be put on pretty quick. And so we'll be able to, if you have multiple offices, we want to keep it local there for your people that work for you in those places. But back to the 1 to 3 people, depending on the category. And we want to make sure that you're capable of covering the whole area. So if you own a landscape or lawn business, it's really hard to be able to do everything in Tuttle, everything in Newcastle, everything in Blanchard. So we would probably open it up to more of those people. If you have a grocery store, obviously people are coming to you, so it changes a little bit of difference on that. But we want to make sure that we're fair on all sides of it. So once you fill out your questionnaire, we want to make we do some little bit of background check, just to be honest with you, nothing personal, but we want to make sure that your business is located here. Now, I want to make that a little bit more clear. There are people that live in our community, but the business they work for, say, is in Edmond. So although they work here and their paycheck would come to them here, when you give them the money, it's going to Edmond. And so that's where that money would go to. And there's nothing wrong with Edmond, but we're trying to keep the home office here. So if you have any kind of issues, problems, what have you, you can go right there to it. But all the money would stay here with the business. So it's nothing against anybody living in any other town or your business in any other town. We're just trying to use the businesses currently in these 4 locations: Newcastle, Tuttle, Bridge Creek, Blanchard is what we're looking for. That's the reason for the 1 to 3 businesses. So we're going to go some more questions, and we've got kind of stuff we kind of wrote down just so we wouldn't forget anything. Just being honest with you, because we're trying to cover everything with just a few words. So, but I talk too much. So, Katie, can you tell us how they can join?
Yes. Yeah. So I do get this question a lot. My first, I feel like the best place to find our application, like our form to fill out, would be the website homepage. If you scroll down just a tiny bit, there's a button right there that says, fill out our application. We also have it linked on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. And if you can't find it in any of those places, feel free to reach out. You can always email one of us, whoever, or message us on social media for the link, and we'll be happy to give it to you. We've mentioned the application a couple of times. That is basically just your name, your business name, where you're located. It's just your contact information so we can easily reach out. Yeah, that's basically what the application form is. But yeah, that is how you can join.
Okay, what would they need to send you to get their ad started? Once they get
Yeah.
their questionnaire filled out, what would they need to send you?
So they don't have to worry about creating an ad. All they'll need to send me is their logo, and it's optional, but you are more than welcome to send me a photo of yourself if you're the owner, or the family if it's a family owned business, or whatever you'd like. It's optional, but it is recommended. And then maybe 1 to 2 sentences about your business. That way it can kind of help me get some lingo to create the entire ad itself.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Katie is a marketing guru, so she's put this together according to how it's going to help you the most. But can you explain why it is important to put a photo in your ad?
Yeah, again, like it is optional, but the reason that I recommend it is because I feel like the reason Keeping It Local started is to help these businesses in the area and build that bridge between the community and the business owner, and try to help the community understand who they're using as a, whoever it may be, who they're using as a florist, or a boutique, or a roofer, or whatever. And they, and that, so that photo, I feel like, just helps the community meet you in a sense, and meet the person behind the business. And I think that's super important to try to keep that, the connection and of community, at the front.
Right, right. Now, guys, space is limited. I mean, when I say limited, we talked about 1 to 3 businesses, but we've been putting this together for the last, I don't know, couple months, I guess. And some people have already filled out their applications. Some areas, some categories, some subcategories are beginning to fill up if they're not full already. So you need to act fast. Now, here comes the ultimate question that we're fixing to ask. Everybody says, how much does it cost me to do this? We got a little bit of advertisement fee, and that's all we really have invested in this. Um, I want to look at what I do and my advertisement spaces. So I advertise several different ways through sponsoring people, through golf events or billboards, or some advertisement through Aaron Tuttle on live. That cost overhead. It costs a little bit of money to do that. And just if you go with billboards, depending on the size of the billboard, but monthly on a smaller billboard, you're probably going to pay $500 a month for the little bitty billboard that the cars have to pass that billboard to see. Now they do see those and they do work sometimes, but you can't cover the whole area with one billboard on Highway 4, 37, or whatever. You'd have to get multiple billboards. So you have multiple fees of the 500. If you do anything else, you do a radio ad or TV ad or what have you, you get into a lot more expense. So what we have put together is a cost that we think is very affordable. And so if I ask you the question, what would you pay to have your name put on this? Now, how's it going to get out there? We are going to do the advertisement for Keeping It Local. So we're going to be shoving it through all your social media sites. If billboards do come up that I can get, I'll buy as many as we have to buy to get that Keeping It Local sign put on where people can go there and click and go right there. If I can get the opportunity, we'll do some mailers. We'll do whatever we can to put it in the public eye. That is on Katie and I. So that doesn't cost you anything to do that. But we have put the fee together. Katie, do you want to tell them what it cost?
Well, right now it's a little over $1 a day.
That's pretty
Can
cheap,
believe
guys,
it.
for advertisement. That is the cheapest. And like I said, we're just trying to help the community the most we can. That's what this show was about, is keeping everybody right here, shopping right here. And to be honest with you, when we started doing the show, we started using the people that was coming in. I found out who they were. We got some awesome friends out of it. We started using their services. They started using our services. We built like Katie said earlier, a bridge between us and we recommend. So not only do they get advertisement by getting on the show, but we recommend them all the time. They recommend us all the time. So it has helped the community that this show has started. So we want you to be a part of it. I'm going to have Katie one more time tell you where to reach out to get your application.
Yeah. So you can either find it on the website homepage, or on any of our social medias. I have it linked on all of or on all of our pages. And then you can also email, and I will put the email somewhere in this video or maybe in the caption, but it's contact@keepingitlocal.ok.com.
Hey guys, check us out. We really thank you for listening to us chatter over here. We want to help you guys out the most you can. If you have any questions, at least reach out and ask the questions. But remember, these things are filling up. So act quickly if you can, guys. We appreciate you. And as always, keep it local, guys.